guys, this is Tina from Shabbydabbydoodah. Welcome back to my channel. Sorry about that. The camera just decided to kind of move on its own, so I do apologise. Right, so I'm back with my folio that I just briefly came on last time, and we just did, you know, just literally one or two things. Now, I have to say it's quite hard to fit this in. I'm just going to raise my camera slightly in the hopes that I can fit in a bit more of it. But because it's quite a massive one, it's kind of like, you know, going right across the desk, and it's, yeah, very tricky to fit it in. But I just thought I would show you what I've done since the last video. So this folio kind of closes in like this. Oops, let me just... folds in like this. So I'd already done this side, so then I have just done this side, which is then kind of marrying up. It's got similar sort of papers and, you know, colours and what have you. So I've got to do the outside. Now on the back I've got this gorgeous image from one of my vintage books that I recently bought, and it's one of those you know, moving circle kind of arrangements. So I thought that looks quite nice. But yeah, I just want to kind of do something here on, you know, the front of it. So I'm going to do that, and then just in here I just want to finish this off. So let me move the camera again. I'm so sorry. It really is very, very big, and, you know, very difficult to actually kind of fit it and get it in, you know, to the video. So yeah, all I've done so far is we had this arrangement going on previously, and we've just got to flip down. So this is the pocket, and I've just taken a CD case and then just popped on just a little tiny bit of paper so it's kind of tied in and coordinating. And to be honest, I'm just going to actually tuck it in. I was going to glue it in, but I think actually it's probably nicer, you know, that you can pull it out. So yeah, I'm just going to leave it tucked into that pocket, and I think that looks, you know, really pretty, and of course it's removable. And then here I'm just going to add this, but I'm just going to add this like a pocket. So I'm just going to glue it down on the three sides. I mean, obviously it's only tiny, but that's fine. I don't mind it being tiny. So we will just glue that like that, okay? So then we have just a very tiny little pocket down here, which is really cute. Okay, right. So yeah, I'm loving how that looks. And I just want to add a bit of lace and things like that to some of the areas. So just sort of like finishing touches really to, you know, bring it all together, I suppose. So I might just add some of this lace maybe up here. So let's just trim that down. And then I like to just cut off that curly edge. Woo. Like that. Oh, come on. Oh. Okay. So I've just cut off the curly edge so it's got a, you know, straight edge, which would just be easier to use it then. And then I'm just going to, yeah, just hot glue that down. So I'm just going to run my hot glue straight across that top portion of the page. Okay, and we will just pop that in there, or on there, perhaps I should say, like that. Okay, love how that looks. I have to say, this is, I think, one of my favourite photos that I've ever done. It just is so pretty. Yeah, I've talked about this last time in the last video where we worked with this. I've made this using a lot of my sort of pre-made ephemera, and I haven't really ever kind of done that before with a folio. Of course, I've done it with journals, but yeah, not with a folio. Couldn't really tell you why, but for some reason it kind of seemed like the ready-made ephemera wouldn't work in a folio, and I don't know why I felt that, because why wouldn't it? You know, I don't know, but I felt like it wouldn't. But actually, as it happens, it does. So yeah. Right, I'm wondering if we want some lace on the CD envelope, but actually I'm not so sure now. Unless we just have a little bit. Let me just cut down just a tiny bit. Or perhaps this is not the right lace, actually. Just kind of wondering if we might prefer something else on this. You know, I'm not sure about having lace on here. I mean, that's like unusual for me, I realise, but yeah, kind of... What do we think? I mean, that's quite pretty, I suppose, isn't it? I mean, you know, it would be unusual to go laceless, wouldn't it? You know. Oh, what about like that, where it's kind of at a curve? Yeah, maybe that. Yeah. I mean, it's just quite boring to have it with none, isn't it? So, yeah, let's just glue that across there. Okay. Like that. Whoops. And just pop some glue here. Okay, right. Oh my goodness, it's very hot on my fingers. Okay. So, yeah, liking how that looks. Wondering whether we could have maybe one of my bows or maybe a butterfly or something like that on there as well. I mean, I'm really trying to just use things that I'm grabbing in from around the desk, to be honest. Let me just see. I've got my bows here. These are my brights, and to be honest, I think probably I would be better off using the neutrals really for this. But because I'm trying to just go with what's floating about, let's just see how this looks. It might look absolutely awful, in which case I won't obviously use it, but you know, might as well give it a try whilst this piece is here. Okay, so cut that down. Okie dokie. So I hope everyone's having a good day, maybe doing some crafting. What type of projects are we all working on? I'd love to know, yeah, what projects you're all working on. Not sure about that. I don't mind it. Ooh, what about with the green bow down there? I mean, is the green kind of like quite nice because it's actually breaking it up? Or actually, does it just not really go at all? Oh, I'm going to have to bring in the neutrals because, yeah. I mean, sometimes I just try and go with what I've got. And then, you know, you can then regret it, can't you? Because actually, you should have just gone with something else. So these are the neutrals. And, yeah, I mean, straight away, I can obviously see that these are much better colour match. So, yes, I must not be ridiculous. So I'm just having a look. Now, obviously, I've got the bigger bows, which, you know, I love. And then I've got the smaller ones. So I'm just wondering what sort of, you know, what size that I'm thinking would be quite good for this. Thinking possibly, I've got the kind of medium size ones. I think possibly the medium ones. And I think something from this sheet here would be good. So you get them in, yeah, the large and the medium and the small. So I actually think this one is quite a good colour. So let's just cut this one down. There we go. Okay, so let's go in here. Cut this down. Must say these bows are really super fun to use. They're a little bit like a butterfly in that they look really good everywhere you put them. Yeah, they're just super fun and, you know, pretty versatile and flexible, to be honest. They kind of go pretty much everywhere. And let's face it, it's always good to have some pieces that you can just pop anywhere, isn't it? Because then whenever you've got, you know, something that needs just a little extra, then you can just pop it down. So, and these bows, they're obviously just in my Etsy. They're just, you know, downloading my Etsy. You get the neutrals and you get the brights. Sorry, forgetting my words, to be honest. Right. Now, I'm actually wondering now whether I should have gone for a small one, to be honest. But let's have a look and see. Oh no, maybe that one there. Yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it, to have like a, you know, something a little bit bigger. Now I'm going to stick it on with my hot glue. Let's hope that I don't damage the, what do you call it? The, you know, cellophane sort of section of the envelope. So there we go. Because sometimes, obviously, when you're using hot glue, you can actually damage the, you know, like this the cellophane off the envelope window. So yeah, just need to be a little bit careful there. Do I need any extra glue? Might just pop a little dab of extra glue, just to make sure it's really nicely glued down. Okay, so yep, loving how that looks. Really, really pretty. And then do we want some lace along here? Again, thinking kind of this, pull this one in. Actually, do you know, I'm really, yeah, really kind of thinking actually that maybe doesn't really need any. Okay, so let's fold it all in now. And I just want to now just do this front section. So I haven't got a clue actually what to put here. I'm, yeah, not thought about this at all. So I'm, yeah, wondering, shall we just layer up some bits and pieces? I've got obviously, you know, just offcuts and things like that that we have been using, or from things that we have been using. So we could easily, you know, use some of those, I think, here. So let's just tear this down. Okey-doke. Put that there. Like that. And I keep pulling this in, and I'm not sure that this is quite right. So let me move over slightly. Yeah, I'm not sure that that's quite right actually. So I might have to, yeah, not use that. But definitely thinking collage up a bit of, you know, a bit of the leftover papers that we've got. So let's just do that, and we will go from there. So like I say, I've got no plan in my mind about what to do here. But I am thinking we could maybe use something else from that beautiful book. So yeah, let's kind of just pop some bits and pieces down. So again, just kind of using up the stuff that we've been using already, because, you know, it's good to obviously use things rather than have extra bits. Right. I was keeping this to be able to cut the butterfly out, but I'm not sure whether I want to do that. But let's just take this one. Perhaps have that there. Get rid of the blue off of there. Yep. So I'm just going to pop this down. Oops. Sorry, big blob of glue there. Yeah, I've had such a lot of fun with this, using the ready-made ephemera. And, you know, I know that, again, I talked about this in my previous video, if you caught it, you know, trying to get away from the matchy-matchy. And that is really a struggle for me. And, you know, I always struggle with that. And, you know, very kind of often give up in the end because I can't quite manage it. But I really have had a lovely time doing this. And to be honest, I'm feeling, you know, well, to say I'm feeling more comfortable with the non-matching things probably is, you know, exaggerating. But yeah, I'm feeling really, really happy with how it's all looking. I think it's really coming together just beautifully. And I'm not feeling like it doesn't match, if you know what I mean. I feel like it's looking quite, you know, quite coordinated, even though everything is actually completely different type of style papers and coloured papers and all of that kind of stuff. But it actually feels like it's coming together, you know, really, really nicely. So let's just take this one down. Yeah, I mean, sometimes if I'm trying to do kind of, you know, non-matching things, I'm just kind of forever aware and feel like, oh no, you know, that doesn't match at all. Gosh, that looks terrible. You know, I'm not feeling that way about this. I'm feeling like it's actually looking quite, not, well, yeah, coordinated in a sort of loose way. So, right, got that there. This is just a collage piece, leftover collage piece, which, again, you know, it would be quite good to be able to actually use it. So that's why I'm kind of pulling that in, because I just thought, well, if we could use that, that's probably quite good to get it off of the desk. but you know, not the end of the world. It's not absolutely necessary to use it. Right, do we want that there? Yeah, let's have that, because I mean most of this will probably be covered up anyway, to be honest. I mean, like I say, don't have a fixed plan of what I'm going to put on here, but you know, the chances are we're going to be doing something or covering it up somehow. So did I have that sideways on? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, I think so. Okay, right. Okay. Don't know whether to have this strip here or not. It's, yeah, you know, I'm probably just, yeah, probably just kind of using it because it's here. But I mean, obviously, you know, sometimes that's quite good to do, isn't it? Now I've got these bits from the book, which actually, they're quite nice, aren't they? I'm sure I had 2 of those. I'm sure I tore out 2. Yep. I'm thinking we might be able to add those somewhere. You know, like in place of like where you would have metal corners, just have these. Yeah, quite liking that. Quite liking that. Okay, right, let's just see what else I have here. Got some book page. I mean, I always love a bit of book page, to be honest. You just can't go wrong, can you? So, book page is always, always good. And I mean, book page, it always just goes with everything, doesn't it? Okay, so I'm thinking maybe a little bit, maybe up there actually. So, right, let's just, actually, no, I'm going to go down with that. So, yeah, I haven't decided yet what I'm going to be putting on here, but let's have a look in a second and try and, you know, decorate this up and put something else on this front cover. Now I don't want to stick those corners down just yet because I might have some lace running out underneath, poking out from the corner. You know, I think that might look quite nice. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, let's just pop this one down. Okie dokie. Okie doke. Like that. Okay, right. Get rid of all the excess glue. Okay, right, let me have a look and see what I've got from the book. You know, right beside me. So, oh my gosh, I mean, how beautiful is that picture? Love that picture. Let me just see what the other picture was. Oh, that's also really nice, yeah. So these pictures, I mean, they're kind of separate. Now, did I want to try and keep it as a moving picture on there? What do we think? Probably would be quite nice. Now, I haven't really kind of mastered the art of actually doing this, to be honest, keeping it intact. Got to be truthful. Perhaps I should just have it as just a picture. Okay, right, so I need to kind of separate it out. Like I say, I have not mastered this, and yeah, probably lots of you have mastered it, even by just watching from a distance and just think, what is she doing? But never mind. Right, so I mean, obviously they're kind of stuck here in the middle, so I just want to kind of take them apart like that. Oops. Just like weave them out like that. Okay. Ooh, come on. Ah, come out. Come out. The one on the back I've left as a moving picture. I wasn't sure quite that I was that happy with it. So this one I'm thinking, yeah, leave as a kind of whole picture. I thought this one went better than the other one, which had quite a bit of blue in it. So what I'm going to do in order to get this to, you know, be a complete picture first, is I'm actually just going to take some double-sided tape And then I'm going to tape the picture from the back. So like this, just going to kind of go along in the, you know, where the picture's currently split to enable it to be a moving picture. I just want to kind of fasten it back together, if you see what I mean. And obviously, although this looks very, very bodgy, it's going to be fine, because once it's actually glued to the page, it will actually be, you know, held together much better, if you see what I mean. So it's just enabled the picture to then be held together. So then I can either tear around it or obviously cut around it. I mean, as you know, I really quite like the torn edges. So yeah, I'm thinking, do I want to tear? Or shall we cut? Let me cut it first, and then we can decide from there. So obviously I've torn it here already, so that was when I was tearing it out from the book. But I mean, I'm not too worried, it's fine. I'm just going to cut around here. Like that. Okay. I was going to get some breakfast in a minute, because really affects your ability to concentrate if you're quite hungry. So yeah, I must go and get some breakfast. Okay, still trying to have my smoothies, still being quite healthy, so I'll need to make one. And yeah, already I'm feeling a bit lazy and think, can I be bothered to make a smoothie? I mean, to be honest, they would take like 2 seconds, because actually I use frozen fruit, you know, just to be even lazier. You know, so I mean, they really don't take very long, and that's just, yeah, super lazy of me. You know, to even be thinking, oh, can I be bothered to make one? I mean, what is wrong with me? It really doesn't take very long, but you know, that's how lazy I can be sometimes, to be honest. Right, now let's just have a look here. So I'm thinking, could we have some lace running up this edge and then coming out, you know, underneath the corner? I don't know now. Let's see what else I've got laying about here. Got this ivory lace, which nope. Okay, I've got this piece. Well, perhaps I won't have it running right the way down. Perhaps we'll just do it more like that. That might be better. I might just layer up a couple of other bits in the background. I'm thinking this is too big. What do you think? I feel like it would benefit from being torn down and being smaller. So yeah, let's do that. And the other thing, actually, I thought, let's have a bow in the middle of it. So these might be going to be too big, but let's have a look. Maybe this colour. Thinking. I'm just going to take that one down. Yes. Oh, I think that's going to be too big. It's going to go over that girl's face. Well, that's a bit of a shame. Right, let's put that there. Got some smaller ones. Oh, that's too small. This is going to be one of those situations where I can't then find anything that's quite the right size. You know, they're either going to be too big or too small. Let's have a look. Let's try this one. This is the first time I've used these neutral bows. I mean, obviously, might depend on my video schedule. You might have seen them be used on something else if I end up using them on something else and then upload the videos in a random order. So yeah, I apologise if I'm now looking like I'm lying. But yes, in reality, this is the first time I've used the neutrals, and actually they're really pretty. I mean, I'm very drawn to the brights, but yeah, the neutrals are very pretty actually. Oh dear, that's not going to quite work, is it? It's yep, going to be over her face, which is a bit of a shame, as I have it more here, kind of off to the side. It's kind of covering her face a bit, but does that matter? Well, it's not covering her face actually, it's just kind of over her a bit. I don't mind that, actually. Yeah, let's do that. So I'll just ink up around that bow for a moment, like that. And then I'm just going to hot glue this bow down. So I'll just move this off of here in case I end up hot gluing the thing to the, you know, to the desk or whatever. So yeah, I'm going to put it like that. Do we want any lace or anything coming out from there? It's just a bit weird, isn't it? Probably is just a bit weird. Okay. Is it weird or did it look quite cute? Let's just cut this down. Oh dear. What do we think to that? Quite like it actually now. Honestly, sometimes I just rambling on, you know, and then just backtrack all the time. Okay, right, let's just pop that lace down like that. And then I'm just going to put that bow down over the top with the hot glue. Again, you know, and I know I do this all the time lately, but not going to be kind of pressing it down too hard because I want it to have a bit of a raised effect going on. So, yeah. Just like that. Okay, and then I can just get underneath the bow to glue the rest of that lace down as well. So that's worked out well, hasn't it? Okay, right. Oops. Just need to pop a little bit of lace, a little bit of glue here. Okay, right. So, I mean, obviously once this is, you know, stuck down onto the piece, it's not going to be moving about anymore. So, yeah, I'm thinking it's kind of too big as the circle. What do you guys think? Do we think it's just too monstrous on there and actually it would benefit from being torn down? Yeah, let's do that. Right. Oh gosh, fingers crossed. I feel nervous. I feel nervous that I'm going to regret this. Okay, and yep, let's just tear it down here. I might even tear him off, to be honest. Yeah, let's get rid of that boy altogether. Sorry boy, but you're just gonna have to go. Okay. Yeah, and then I'm gonna go, I think, across here, like that. Yeah, I quite prefer it, I think, like that. So might just do something with that top edge, which is looking a bit weird shape. Okay, yeah, like how that looks. And then I might just have a couple of bits kind of behind it. Wonder if we could even have those corners like behind. That, you know, like layering it up a little bit. What do you think? What did I do with that collage-y type piece? Over there. So do we want this down here? We were going to have the lace kind of off here at the side, weren't we? Over there. I'm wondering if we could have another bow or something, actually. Just pop it like that. Right, I'm going to glue some of this down, I think. Actually, I'm not. Am I? Am I? Yeah, might kind of. So I might just ink some of this up. Okay, and a bit there. Okay, and then I'm just going to glue. I've got my double-sided tape pieces, which now I'm just going to double-side tape that whole middle bit as well, so as it stops kind of moving about like that. Okay, So just going to go here. Take that tape off. Sometimes you just can't get hold of that double-sided tape, can you? Like that. And like that. So I'm going to have, and actually I'm just going to quickly ink around here a bit. Okay. Yep. Okie dokie, like that. And then, yep, going to have this here. I'll just give it a helping hand with some glue along that side. Yep, and then just here as well. So again, just give it a bit of a helping hand there. Okay, right. So yeah, that's kind of glued on there. And then, right, let's pull this back in. Right, let's have a look. So we're going to have this off here. Like that. We're going to have the corner down there. We're going to have this, you know, somewhere here. Oops. Oh, that's that piece that I have been looking for just now. Oh well, never mind. Right. Thinking, could we have one of like the big bows now, kind of behind it? What do we think? Don't know. Won't know unless we try, will we? So let's have a go. Just take this one. Ooh. I love this colour green. Such a pretty shade. It's like a bit of a sage kind of green. You know, hopefully the camera's picking that up. But yeah, it's really, really, really pretty colour. Okay. And just cut that down. Okay. Haven't used the big bows at all, not in the brights or the neutrals. So this is quite fun to have a go with a big one. Okey-doke. Oh my goodness, I love that. I love that. Do I want it tucked behind? Yeah, that looks very pretty. Very Victorian, you know, which is obviously what we're trying to go for here. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of layer bits up around on this front cover, I think. So I have this here. Yeah. Okay, right. Let's get gluing some bits down. So I'm just going to hot glue this on. Like that. Love that. Okay, now love this bow so much. That's just yummy and scrumptious. Right, so I'll just ink around that. Didn't really need inking, to be honest. It looked really super pretty anyway, but I will just, you know, ink it a bit. So I'd like it. Actually, maybe we'll just have it like that. Yeah, perhaps just like that. So again, all I'm going to do is just actually, first of all, get this glued onto here, if you see what I mean. And then I can glue the whole thing as like one piece. So just pop a little dab of glue under here. Okay, and yeah. Sometimes it's just easier to just attach everything, and then you know, you're working with one piece instead of like multiple pieces, if you see what I mean. So yeah, like how that looks. Now I want to have this lace down here, so again, let's just pop some glue, oops, pop some glue down the side. Okay, yeah, I love that. I have to be careful because this is kind of curved, and depending where I glue this, you know, I could have like weak spots, if you see what I mean. on my piece. So I'm actually thinking I'm going to fill in everywhere where it's got a joining line, so it's really held together kind of well, if that makes sense. So yeah, go like along here, this bottom bit, go along here, along here, and that middle section needs a bit of help, doesn't it? So yeah, let's just do that. And then when I peel obviously all of the double-sided tape off, hopefully it's going to be a bit easier to glue it, because it's all going to be really, you know, securely held together. So yeah, like that. Okay, yeah, I feel a bit more confident now. Right, what else can we have on here? Let's just ink up this other corner. Okay. Oh, that's quite pretty. What do you think? So sorry. It really is so tricky to try and get this in camera or in frame. So I really can, you know, can't apologise enough. I'm so sorry. It's proving more difficult than I had expected. Right, quite like it like that. Now I've also got these corners here, obviously, from this section that we tore out. So I'm just going to tear down another one just in case. Just in case I might like another one. Okay. So again, just ink this one up. Oops. You know, I might decide it's a bit corners galore. You know, we've got way too many corners going on, but it might look pretty. Yeah, that's quite pretty, isn't it? Okay, right. So let's glue this one down. It's funny, isn't it? You know, when you start out with something and you've got no plan, so no clue as to, you know, what I wanted to do with this or how it was going to be turning out. And I mean, this to me feels very different from anything I've really done before. Yeah, and I wouldn't have, you know, planned it out kind of having all these corners, and you know, this what now to me looks very much like a sort of pop-up book on the front. But yeah, I'm really liking how it's kind of coming together, to be honest. It's really coming together very, very pretty. So let's just see whether we want anything else. Let's just take a bit of that pink lace. Right, okay, I'm going to glue this corner down because, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'd like that over there. So let's just pop that down here. Okay. Okay, right, that's that. And then I'm thinking maybe a book plate, maybe also a flower. Let's just see what flowers I've got here. Got one of my junk journal flowers. I might just be a little bit vulnerable being on the front like that. It's at risk of getting crushed, to be honest. I'd feel more comfortable using a fabric one, I think. Yeah, that just feels a little bit kind of dangerous to put that there, I think. Right, what else have I got? I've got this pink bow. Oh, that's quite pretty there on the side, isn't it? Now, the other thing is I haven't decided what I'm going to use as a closure. I'm not saying this really needs a closure. I mean, it's closing pretty well anyway. But I'm just wondering whether we wanted to have any ribbon or anything kind of, why, you know, stuck underneath here, if you see what I mean, that would then wrap around the whole thing. So yeah, I think that might be quite nice. Oh, maybe have that bow up there actually. Let's just pop that down. Quite liked it going like that actually. Random sort of directions with its legs. I know they're not legs, but for some reason I always just have to call them legs. They just they remind me of legs. So yeah, let's pop that one there. Right, do we want some other things in the background? I know, you know, we're going a little bit mad here and we're putting things all over, but sometimes I just think enough is never enough, you know. As we know, more is more, you know. So yeah, let's just, I think, have a bit of lace here. That looks pretty. So again, let's just glue this down. Like that. Okay, so that's nice. And then yeah, this is a bit more tricky because this is obviously quite holy. So just yeah, run the glue along there like that. Thinking yeah, a bit of this pink maybe here. So let's just pop that down here. Oops. Oh, come on. And just here like that. Come on. Now, yeah, that's quite nice. Yeah, I think a book plate might be quite nice here. What do you guys think? I do love a book plate. Yeah, let me just pull in my book plates. Hold on a second. I do try and keep some that I've done. Oh, some. Got one. Only one left. Oh gosh, and that's just not the right one, is it? It's huge. Okay, we shall scrap that idea. Let me find my book plates. I've got a load cut out. Now, can I find them? That's the question. Oh dear. I never find things, can I? I really do need to have a big clear up of my desk again, so I'm so sorry it's just come to this terrible stage again of just complete and utter disarray. I literally saw the book plates the other day, so it's very annoying why I'm now struggling to find them, because yeah, they were literally right here the other day. Let me quickly have a look for them. Hold on. Right, sorry about that. Lord only knows what I've done with my book plates, and then I had the postman and things, so it's just going to be one of those days, I'm afraid. Right, yeah, I've searched high and low for my book plates, can't find them, and yeah, just being too lazy because I obviously went downstairs for the postman. I can't be bothered to go back downstairs and print some more. So I'm just going to go with what I've got, just, you know, floating around here. I mean, it's a shame because I did really want to have a book plate, but I mean, who knows, I might find them, you know, in a few days, and then I can just add a book plate to it, you know, after the event. So I'm thinking here that frame, just to kind of break it up, otherwise it's all quite, you know, samey to me. So I'm just going to pop that down. Again, just using that hot glue, just nice and quick. Now, I did have a question the other day actually from someone who was asking if I find that the hot glue goes quite lumpy. Yes, the hot glue can go lumpy. Sometimes I've left it lumpy. I mean, like this bow and this, I wanted them slightly raised, so they are bumpy and lumpy because I wanted them raised. If you get in quite quick though, however, and, you know, press things down and glue them down, you shouldn't find it's too much of a problem, really. I mean, it might be a little bit lumpy, but, you know, it shouldn't be too bad. It's when you let the glue dry a little bit that it tends to get lumpiest, if you see what I mean. So providing you're not lingering around for too long, but, you know, until you glue it, you shouldn't really have too much of a problem, I think. So I'm just having a look here because I've got this white ruffle just sat on my desk, and I thought, oh, I wonder if this would be, you know, usable anywhere. Again, so sorry. It's really tricky trying to squash this in. I've also bought some flowers along because when I did get up to let, you know, not let the postman in. I know I've said that before, but yeah, not let him in, but, you know, answer the door to him. I just quickly searched through some of my flowers. So yeah, I'm going to, I think, have a flower on here somewhere. Definitely feels like it's going to benefit from a flower. So yeah, maybe down there, I think. So we've got quite a fussy cover going on, which, you know, is really nice because it's, you know, this is a super fussy Victorian-y type folio, so I think it can take it. I mean, Victorian stuff was very, very fussy, wasn't it? Sorry, I just had to stop the camera to sneeze then. So, yep, it's definitely going to be one of those days. Right, now I've got some ribbon here, which I thought we could just have this as the closure, so as it would tie around. Now, just looking, do we want to have it kind of more, oh gosh, sorry. I wanted to have it doubled up. So, yeah, let's double it up. Now, yeah, do we want to have it going right the way, like under, so as it would go back and front, and then it would tie at the side, if that makes sense. So, yeah, it would kind of tie here. Or I'm not that keen on it coming round there, so alternative would be, let's have a look, we would have it coming out from here. Could just kind of wrap it round and, you know, tie it, kind of tuck it. That might be quite nice. Yeah, I think perhaps I will do that. And, you know, we've always got the alternative that we might be able to actually attach it somehow at the back as well. So I'm going to get a really nice long length of the double ribbon, so that if I want to have it doubled up and tucked in, then there's plenty there to play with. So yeah, that's that. And then just pop this away. So all I'm going to do is take my double length of ribbon, and then I just want to glue that down here. Now I'm just going to glue that with the hot glue. You know, we just want to make sure it's nice and secure, and it's going to be trapped underneath this piece. So, you know, we don't have to worry at all. It's going to be trapped there. So we're going to take this now, and then we're going to glue it on. Now I'm going to probably have to glue this in kind of stages because it's quite big now. So, yeah, I'm thinking glue this piece and then the bow. No, I'm going to start with the bow, I think. So yeah, let's just take off some of this double-sided tape because that might be slightly tricky to get to once it's actually glued down. Okay. So taking off the double-sided tape. Now, the other thing is, you may find hot glue a bit more lumpy, like here. This is just copy paper thickness. This obviously is a sort of, you know, thickish piece. It's from that book. So, you know, this is going to be fine with the hot glue. Slightly concerned about these pieces with the copy paper. So, you know, yeah, I would generally kind of try and avoid hot glue with copy paper because you are going to get a more lumpy appearance. But, you know, I mean, it's not the end of the world, to be honest, but I guess it's just something to be a bit aware of, really. So what I might do is try and do this in stages. So what I might do is try and wet glue these. This is going to be a bit of a hodgepodge. So yeah, I don't know how brilliantly this is going to work, but I'm going to try and do it like this. So I'm going to go, first of all, hot glue the bow like that. Okay, so we're going to then pop it down roughly where we want to have this. Oops, sorry, that was hotter than I expected. Okay, and then we can kind of press these down. These are the wet glue, remember, because they are just the copy paper thickness there. But the bow obviously has got the, you know, the hot glue. Then I'm going to just lift this, because obviously we've just got wet glue, so it's liftable. And we can then really smother the whole lot in the hot glue, because we want it really nicely stuck, because of course, you know, that picture is in parts, if you see what I mean. You don't want it coming apart from its parts. So yeah, compress all of that down like that. So let me just get my wipe so it's not so hot. Like that, and yeah, like that. Gluing the whole thing down like that. Okay. And obviously that's also pinned that ribbon in place. So, yeah. Okay, looking good. Yeah, I like how that is. Looking good. Right, and then my flower, which I thought this pink one was quite pretty. I think just want to have it over here. Although we might just then have like all our pink stuff on one side, which maybe that's a bit weird. So perhaps I should have it over here or down there. Definitely like the flower on here. It's, you know, fantastic colour against everything. It's just like find the right place to put it. Oh, I think I'm going to have it here. So, yeah. Put that down there. Okay. Oh, that cover looks scrumptious, doesn't it? So I will still try and hunt down my book plates, or be less lazy when I go downstairs and actually print some more. And yeah, I'm thinking kind of a book plate just along that bottom bit, you know, here somewhere, would just finish that cover off really nicely. So yeah, I'll probably do that. And then yeah, I might come back and fill this a little bit with you guys. And I might also do something more on the back, because the back's now looking really boring compared to the front, which looks just so scrummy and gorgeous. So yeah, I might do some more little bits at the back to make it much more Victorian looking. But overall, I really can't tell you how much I'm just loving how this looks. So yeah, I hope that you like it. And thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks then. Bye.